Hi there everybody. So we've been putting out a lot of videos from our regular yoga classes and our yoga for office workers classes, but one of our other really popular sessions is a yoga for runners and yoga for cyclists class. So I thought I'd offer a few of our moves from there today. What you may need is a yoga belt. You might want to just use a towel around the house if you haven't got a belt, it works fine. You might find that you don't even need it at all. So we're going to get going. There's only 3 poses we're going to go through for now. So hopefully it's enough to get you working for a moment, especially if you're stuck at home working on turbo trainers or anything, and then rolling straight off the bike into the shower. Just take a second to have a go at some of these stretches and they'll help you out. So we're going to hug your right leg. Take your belt. We're going to pop it around the left foot. You're going to keep hold of that belt, you're going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to draw back on the belt, drawing the leg up high and getting a really good deep stretch down the back of the legs. There's lots of other ways we can get stretches through the hamstrings. This is one of my favourites. Maybe not the class's favourite, but certainly one of the favourites. Temptation to sink is quite high here, so really focus on staying up tall and really try and draw that leg back. You might find you're just happier holding onto the thigh or onto the foot. Wherever works for you. I quite like holding onto the foot. It gives me a really strong brace to get up tall, but you obviously have to have long arms and flexible hamstrings to be able to do that. Once we get there, just take a few long breaths. So remember, just like all the other routines we put up there for the recent videos we've been doing, I'm going to go through these fairly quickly, so you don't need to move on quite as quickly as I do. Just hit pause on the play button there and enjoy the stretch for a bit longer if you want to. But I'm going to move on to the other side. So we're going to bring the left leg in close this time. Belt go around the right foot. I'm just going to hold on to that foot, that's where I'm happiest, and then going to extend the leg up high again. Try another good rule is to bring the knees as close together as you can. That's a good form of guide to see how you're doing. If you can keep those knees together and the legs long and straight, you're doing pretty well. Push the chest forward, staying up tall. Remember, avoiding that slouching. Chest forward into the thighs. There. Okay, so the next pose we're going to do, we're going to push that belt to one side now. We're going to pull your left foot around now. You might need to move some of the calf flesh out of the way, the muscles there if you're quite bulky through the calves. Knees you're going to try and keep fairly close together, and you might find again you're happier just being sat on a block or something just here, or a few cushions if you do it at home. We're going to get up tall. Hands are going to come behind us. Let them support you as you move your body backwards and come down onto the forearms. Or even maybe you can go out completely flat. I don't think I'm going to be quite there today. I'm a little bit tight in my hip flexors and in my hands and my quads. So that might stop me getting any lower, but we'll see. I'm going to try and keep the knees together. And this knee here, we want to keep pressed down into the floor. Temptation will be to let it lift. So let's keep it down. And if you can, just see if the body will let you go all the way down. I'm just about there. The knees almost lifting. If you're kind of between the two, you can feel it almost lifting and not quite on the floor. Bend through the other leg. Let it rest on the top. From there. And that's probably a little bit better for me to be about that position. If you do go all the way down to the floor, or even if not, just make sure we're not getting too much arc through that back. That will tilt the hips, and that means you won't get as much stretch down the front of the leg. And if you are propped up onto your elbows, just keep the neck in line, not letting it roll back. You don't need to be looking down at the knee, just comfortably looking ahead. And I'm going to change over to the other side. So you can straighten out the left. Bring the right one out behind you. So again, you might need to move the flesh of the calf out of the way. Knees are together, toes are lifted on that outstretched leg. Didn't mention that before, but it's still really important to do. Keeping the knees together, just leaning back. I'm probably about the same on this side, so I'm going to stay right here, but if you can go flat on the floor, go for it. And the other thing you might need to watch out for whilst we're here is the hip lifting on the side that you're stretching. Just another way of trying to decrease the stretch up through the thighs. So try and make sure that you're really keeping everything in line. Hips through to knees. And again, just let the gravity do its work almost. Let the upper body sink further and further down. Excellent. Okay, so we've done a couple of stretches there for our lower body, for our legs, the hamstrings and the quads and the hips. What we're going to do this time now is a little bit of a stretch for our forearms, for our wrists. Spend that much time cycling when the hands are down on the drops or even on the hoods, to be fair, anywhere there. And there's lots of pressure going through these forearms. You know, they're the things that are almost holding us up in lots of cases when we start to lose our technique on the bike. So what we're going to try and do is release off these muscles here. Be really careful with this one, guys. Don't go pushing too deep into it too soon. We're going to come to kneeling. And what we're going to try and do is just place the palms of the hand on the floor, but with your fingertips pointing behind you. So I'm going to come side on so you can see that a little bit better. So you can take palms facing away, fingertips onto the floor, and then lay the hands down. And if you find you can get the palms flat on the floor, then fantastic. Maybe walk them a little further away. You might find one side tighter than the other. That's normal. I can probably go just a tiny bit further. And you'll find your limit because you'll find that it's just not quite comfortable to get the full palm and hand on the floor. And just like any other yoga pose, you can just use the breath now to sink into it. So as you breathe out, the stretch will ease. And we can do this on the other side as well. When you're doing it this way around, just do one hand at a time, okay? So I'm going to let my left hand just rest on my legs there. Take the right hand. Back of the hand, you're pushing down to the floor. Fingertips still pointing out behind you. Just do one hand at a time on this one. Definitely just do it. Gives you a little bit more control. And just the same. If you feel like you can move the hand a little further away, it's all about increasing the angle of this arm here. Excellent. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to face you whilst we do this. So we're just going to place back of the hand down on the floor. Other hand's just there supporting you. If you can, inching it forward just a little bit. And again, that's giving a really good stretch down the back of the forearm, whereas before it was a really big stretch down the inside of the arm. Perfect. Okay. Might feel a little bit weak on there for a minute, just give them a bit of a rest and a bit of a shake and they'll come back to you fine. So, 3 exercises there for you from our Yoga for Cyclists and Runners class. If you need to know anything more about that class, then get in contact. Otherwise, I'll see you in a video very soon. Thank you.